Okay.
Merhaba herkese.
Hello everyone. Günaydın.
Günaydın herkese. Ashkan'la birlikteyiz. We're together with Ashkan, a Turkey Education Coordinator, and I'm Kaan, Community Coordinator. He's in Antalya right now, and I'm in Istanbul. And we're my opening speech for the second day of the Istanbul Coffee Summit. That's full of interesting talks out there. I think Ashkan's lost for a moment. So let me talk to you about. Hello, everyone again. I was dropped. It was my connection, probably. I was talking about schedule today. We have many talks, and at the end of the day, the screening of the film Coffee Heroes. That's about Sasha Sestik and Agnieszka, about their journey to the World Varsity Championship in Amsterdam. And we're together with Ashkan, our education coordinator. He's an ASD in, I think, every course in that an ASD can give, except sustainability. And so I think it's better for him to start talking about what education topics SCA offer, and how are the modules separated from each other, right, Ashkan? Okay.
Yeah. I just prepared something in Turkish. I want to say to the folks. Sevgili kahve dostlarımız, SCA Türkiye'niz hoş geldiniz. That's okay. I don't know.
That was great.
Okay, let's talk about SCA programs. We have currently 3 different programs. CSP, the well-known CSP Copy Skills program, CSUSP, Copy Sustainability program, and another one, I guess, haven't launched yet, which is Copy Technician Skills or Copy Technician program.
It's pretty new, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm as an ASD of CSP Copy Skills program. Teach all 6 modules, and as you know, this 6 module consists of actually start with introduction to copy, which is really important module. It has already 1 level. Another one is burst skills. People know about it. It consists of how to prepare espresso, how to steam your milk in foundational level and professional level, how to make espresso by pressure profiling, by do a lot of things.
It's very detailed.
Very detailed, very scientific. Another one is brewing. Brewing module focus on how to set your grind size according to your media, your filter, according to your device, according to your methods like immersion, like gravity filter, vacuum or pressure. It's a really good place to start for home brewing. I think it's better than barista skills.
I think so too.
Because you can prepare a lot of things with low budget in your home. In comparison with the barista skills, you should spend a lot of money to espresso machines and grinders. So you can start here after you pass introduction to coffee. Another module is sensor skills, which is really important for I think for roasters, for head baristas, for green coffee buyers. We will train you to be a good taster, to be a good sensory panel programmer.
It's the base of everything. It's the base of coffee.
Yeah, base of coffee. And so another one is green coffee, which is about how to buy, import things, you know, chemistry things about coffee, so much detail, so much scientific science, I mean. And the final is roasting, which is, I think you should pass it or take it at the end, because some people want to dive into roasting for the first module. So I totally disagree with these things. You should pass all modules, then take roasting module. It's about roasting, not about how to brown. You will not be a browner, you will be a roaster instead. Yeah.
So let me ask you one thing that I think many people would who are new to coffee wants to know about. If you're a home brewer, from which education, from which module should you start, and if you're planning to open a new small bar or coffee bar, where you should start, and if you're planning to open up a new roastery, where you should start. That's something subjective and personal, maybe. But I want to hear your thoughts as an ASD and as an education coordinator. What are your thoughts about it?
To start a cafe. Yeah. I think it's a good place to start. I mean, SCA programs, but to start cafe, you should first pass the waiter program. You know, you should pass the, you know, as a co-barista, as a, you know, you should follow a lead barista, actually. Then you can start with introduction to coffee. It's a short course. I'm really interested because I see people start from zero, not to be a hero, but after 4 hours of education, the people, I mean students, have a lot of questions. It's really good. Some people try to find the answer, some people not. But those groups who try to find the answer are the good people to continue their education as a barista, brewing, sensor. But the answer, your answer is at least to take sensory barista skills, brewing, and introduction to coffee. If you have an experience in coffee business, in cafe, that's I see. So I know that the introduction to coffee is really short, but it's packed, and it's the best value for money in all of the education programs that SCA ASDs offer. And what about online training? It's something new that comes in with the pandemic. And can ASDs offer online certificates or online educations in courses? And I think it's better that you explain that to people, because people might be interested in taking courses. And I know that people who wants to open up a new business, new coffee businesses, are watching this. So, what are your thoughts about it? Does SCA offer any online education? ASDs offer any online education, and how does it differ from the ones that make that's done face to face? Fortunately, due to COVID-19, we have two different education system, in person and in distance. So, or combination. Some ASTs hold it as combination. So there is an opportunity to pass SCA courses just in foundation level through online program and also introduction to copy. But the difference is the report. AST would an AST would report their students to the and prepare a report for next level, for intermediate levels. So yes, you can take certificate online, but there's a form, there's a report. Your AST should prepare for your next level, and you should give it to your next AST and prepare yourself again with practical things.
Nah, that's so. There's no one cannot take online education or learn fully online through the professional level, but only for at the introduction level. But an AST should, the foundation level. So, but AST should, prepare a report anyway. So. That's hard, man.
Yeah, better than nothing these days.
Yeah, it's better than nothing because with COVID, it's I know that the educations are really about tasting. You touch each other, taste from the same cup and things. So it's really hard in the time of the pandemic with the continue with this. But yeah, there are things that new cupping protocols. I don't know if you tried it, but it makes sense. You have a glass of your own and you pour from the cup to your glass and then drink from it. So your mouth touch the cup itself. But it's not that easy. You should be really close with the other students and the AST. So
yeah, it's not easy, but I always I was thinking about this protocol. It's similar things, because I as a coffee copper or AST, I don't like to taste it, and take samples in same cup or glass. But there was another thing with another institute. They always recommend people to take sample with another spoon and to their.
I think that's better, man.
Yeah.
If you,
it's really good.
I can understand that people cannot do this if they are cupping up thousands of different coffees in the origin. That's all right. But if you're doing this at your roastery or at an education, that's I think the way to go. It's cleaner.
It's I think it's hard to implement, but I don't. How can I say? I believe, or I'm not really sure actually, if there is COVID-19 viruses. I think it can affect people with maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
because I haven't experienced it with the people who have already COVID-19. But it's really good to be hygienic.
Yeah, it is.
Every time,
it's not this. It's not perfectly safe, but it's better than nothing. I think.
Again,
it's better than nothing. Yeah. That's.
So let me ask you something.
Yeah.
What do you have in your cup?
I think.
I haven't heard. We don't have your voice. If you can hear me.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
I don't know why this happened. I have no idea.
Let me close this. You're online right now.
Yeah, we're live again.
Yeah, live again.
I'm sorry, it's so bad.
Çok özür dileriz.
Çok özür dileriz. Gerçekten. So what's in your cup?
It's a pre-ground guacamole coffee.
Did you roast it yourself?
Yeah, I roast my coffee myself. But I ground it 1 week ago because I expect some moving from here. So I decided to pack all grinders, all stuffs. It's stale. It's brewed with filter coffee machine, automatic filter coffee machine. Yeah, maybe. What's your standard morning routine for getting your first cup of Java?
What do you do? A V60 or
your
first
cup I have, or first cup of Java?
First cup you have.
Oh, my first cup is tea, not coffee. You believe it? Yeah. Like Turkish.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. And how do you brew your first coffee?
So next one depends on the situation. Depends on what I had and what I will have, actually. For example, if I had a heavy meal, I prefer to eat to drink espresso. If I have a cookie or cake, I prefer to drink a cup of filter coffee, or sometimes automatic filter coffee machine, sometimes.
Yeah.
V60, Chemex, it doesn't matter. Or sometimes in not traveling, when I'm going to the Fales lab, I bring my coffee in my espresso press because it's really easy and it's improved the coffee with lack of body, because it's filtered.
Yeah.
But another time, maybe I enjoy profiling an espresso if I have time.
Yeah, you like to play with espresso.
Really
that's really hard for me, man. It's really funny, but it's so unexplored and so hard to predict. In espresso, everything happens so in such a little time with so many parameters, so it's really hard to control. It's
consistent. It's really difficult.
Yeah, but it's really fun to play with. With the same coffee, you can change everything. With playing just with a little parameter or something, the temperature with the pressure profiling, and it's whole different coffee.
Even it gets bored with manual espresso machines, like flare espresso machine.
Did you try that?
Yeah, I have one. I couldn't make same espresso, I think, in whole 1.5 year.
Of course,
it's really hard to manage.
Yeah, it's manual anyway, so that's you shouldn't be expecting something that comes from a industrial espresso machine. So, but I think people are saying I haven't tried it yet, but I think it's far. They say that it's far better than the previous manual espresso machines. It produces the nearest thing that it comes to industrial machines. People say, I don't know.
Yeah. If everything goes okay, yeah, it can produce a really good coffee.
Yeah.
But it takes a long time to prepare one shot or a double shot. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be really tiring. I've talked to you about the question that I'm going to ask you. What's the most important innovation in the last years that's happened in the coffee industry? What do you think about this? It's something personal, I know, because it's every innovation affects every people in differently. So it might be maybe a roasting style, maybe a brewing device, maybe a grinder. I don't know. What do you think about it? Or maybe it could be a fermentation technique.
Okay, it should be an innovation or knowledge.
It could be anything that affects you. That you think is the most important.
I think the sustainability development.
Yeah.
Because it's the future. You know, we need a lot of coffee in upcoming years, and with this climate change, it's not possible. So I think only sustainable development can save us.
Yeah, I don't know if you had a chance to watch our interview with Sasha yesterday. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he told us about a farm he owned in Honduras, and how they needed more fertilizers to for the coffee trees to produce cherries. You know, 10 years in the previous 10 years they didn't need any fertilizers for the coffee trees to blossom, but they need tons of fertilizers right now. And probably if the sustainability and if the climate change doesn't stop somewhere, maybe they won't be able to blossom anymore in the in the upcoming years. So that's the sustainability is, yeah, I think so too. Yeah, sustainability is really important, and you know, getting most of the coffee, getting most of the most we can take out of the beans we have in our hands is also important. You know, so the higher extraction, I think it's one of the things that should be in the targets of coffee industry innovations in the upcoming years, I think. And the super smart.
Unfortunately, I think we'll lost Kaan again.
Solutions are. Yeah, so I think. Can you hear me?
I couldn't. I couldn't hear.
Yeah, okay.
I lost 10 seconds. I don't know if people also lost or not. So can you repeat it again?
I think it's the problem with Ashkan or me. I think that was me again. I have the most terrible connection I have in a week, so I'm really sorry.
Okay, so in my point of view, I think thinking about sustainable living, thinking about sustainable development is the best innovation in recent years, and it starts with all living, with our practices like our waste, our water consumption, or even use paper filters, everything. But answer your question. What do you think?
I don't know. I think it's the things that increase the extraction and what we get, the things that make us get the most of the bean that we have in our hands. Like super accurate espresso baskets, filter baskets, and maybe super accurate tempers, maybe better grinders that can grind, really with good particle sizes. And also, I think the new fermentation techniques is also really important. I think those two, those two things are really important, because I think the most of the waste and the most of the environmental impact comes from the origin. The wash processing technique, okay, it's super clean coffee. It's really easier to do maybe, but it consumes so much water, and it requires clean water. So I think the fermentation techniques that work with there are even fermentation techniques that coffee is fermented with its own cascara. So things like that, reusing the waste in a good way. I think it's a kind of upcycling or something like that. So I think these are the really important things. That's a whole new world opened in front of us after the new fermentation techniques appeared in the world. So I think that's really important.
Yeah, and because coffee is underexplored, especially coffee more.
I think there will be new varieties that can adapt to hotter climates, or maybe the climates that we can't grow coffee yet, but maybe specialty Robusta. I don't know. Maybe people will kill me that I use the word Robusta in the SCA hall here, but it's I think really interesting. It's not, of course, it will never be as good as a geisha. That's all right. But I think there are better Robustas in the world. That's better than a lot of the Arabicas, the low grade Arabicas.
Defect Arabica, yeah.
Yeah, defective Arabica.
Past crops Arabica.
Yeah. 2 years old.
Yeah.
So
fine Robusta can be okay, but as you told us, it's not going to be new Arabica.
Yeah, of course. But I think that there will be new hybrid varieties that can adapt to harsher climates.
Like K7 or hybrid. I think the WCR program.
Yeah. There are many varieties that get tried, and I think that's the innovation that to come. That will make us, taste good coffee more in a more affordable way. Anyway, so a good coffee, a good geisha can cost really expensive. It could be really expensive. So that's also a part of it, I think, and we might also see some new origins. Probably, it may be in Africa. There's even a Californian coffee that's grown in California. It's okay. It's not the best quality, and also
maybe in Gazi Pasha. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why not?
Have you tried the coffee? Have you tried the beans?
But I tried bananas. I tried avocados. They're really good.
Yeah. Maybe we should have a chat with Aslı, because Aslı tried the coffee beans. She's been there. She says it's really interesting to be the coffee trees to be grown there. So that's really interesting. I would like to try that.
Really good place. I must go there.
It's close. It's close to you, but you're missing the chance. So before we wrap it up, let me tell people about the schedule of the SCA hall. We're gonna have Ayşen, Deniz Taşdemir, and Merve Taner Kızıl talking about smell and taste, koku ve tat algısı, after us. And after that, Ayşen had a beautiful conversation with beautiful women around the world, with Sarit, Aslı, and Pınar. They're really traveling all around the world and in the coffee business. So that's that's a really good chat. And after that, we'll have the Andre Vergara Fernandez from ANACOFE, the Guatemalan National Coffee Association, talking about Guatemalan coffee's mysticism, and it's a developing origin for me too. Also, it's becoming more than milk chocolate. So, and after that, we'll have another screening of the Coffee Heroes film that's special for the Istanbul Coffee Summit, and I really I hope I could make it and watch it this afternoon, because I couldn't catch it yesterday. So that's really a nice movie to watch. So I think that's all from us.
Thank you for listening to us.
Yeah, thank you for listening to us. You can always reach us through our emails, through our website, if you have any questions or ideas. And see you all soon.
Very good shows. Thank you very much.
Thank you.